Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
You're someone I know, AYIESHA Wright. I mean, you are a star. And yet, what you're doing is you have to do something in business, don't you? You just couldn't let that go. And what you're doing, for me anyway, is very important, AYIESHA, because there are so many people who not only live alone or even couples, and they cannot do what you're saying. So why don't we start off with what are you actually saying that Handy Mandy is?
Okay, well, Handy Mandy is a home renovation company. We do anything from little small projects, handyman services. We can hang a TV, we can hang your shelves in your closets, as well as we do large projects. So we do complete home renovations if needed. We can do a small bathroom remodel, a small kitchen remodel, anything you need pretty much.
So that's really good. The big thing about all this is that there are people that want help, but they don't know where to go.
Right.
You have a neighbor, there's something on television that someone says, oh, do you know where I can get this person? And then the person starts saying, yeah, well, have them call me at 9 o'clock in the morning. I forget what that is, but it's silly. I mean, you have to really find someone who will present people for all the things that you can do. That's really what it is. So how long have you been doing this?
We started Handy Mandy in 2016. It actually started as a need where I needed contractors and handymen for one of my projects. And I was like, oh my gosh, this process is like pulling teeth. I have to call 10 different people to get this done. So I decided to solve my own problem and become the broker, if you may, or the in-between person to get all these, contractors and handymen and
right. You
and
have to
so
be
on.
sure that they're very good, too,
Yes.
and everything, don't you?
Yes. So we verify them.
Well, the big thing about this is, of course, and you're a woman, and do you know how to do a lot of these things yourself?
I am learning as we go along, but I do know how to spot a lot of things just based on, the experience. Like I can walk into a house and see imperfections on the wall and things that I never noticed before.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it's some of it, yes, I can do, but most of it, no.
No, right. I mean, I have like a light fixture right now that the light went out, and I do have a ladder, but I'm saying, well, I don't know, do I really want to get up on that ladder? I have to wait for someone to come there to make sure I can do it right. But are you talking about someone, you said for the smallest to the largest?
Yes.
So give us some examples of that.
We can change one light bulb. Recently, we went over to one of our clients' homes to change the battery in her door, her front door. It has keyless entry, and she needed the batteries changed, and she couldn't figure out how to do that. And so we will do that as well. We'll do whatever it is that you need because we understand that sometimes it's hard just to find someone to come in for, 30 minutes and do something or, spend a few hours and take care of all your little things.
That's right. I need this, I need that.
Mm-hmm.
So how far down in South Florida will you go? How far up? What is your actual area?
Port St. Lucie to Aventura.
I'm stunned.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Port St. Lucie all the way down to
All the way to
Aventura.
Aventura.
Well, that is great. Well, I want to give a phone number out because it's really important that somebody has that because this is definitely a need. So let's just give this, should we do the 954?
300?
Yeah, is that the right one?
Yes.
Okay, 954-300-2427. And I'll repeat that again. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. This could be a very important phone number for you. 954-300-2427. And it's AYIESHA Wright, and the name is Handy Mandy, which is, how'd you come up with that name,
Thank you.
AYIESHA?
Well, I have two little boys, and we watch a lot of cartoons. And there is a cartoon called Handy Manny. And the tools, they're animated, and, the kids were all into that, and the tools would go around with him and fix things. So when it came time for us to decide, it was very easy. It was, the kids were like, Handy Manny.
Yeah, that's right. So it turned out Handy Mandy. Well, I think the other, and we want to make sure that in your licensed and insured.
Yes.
Because
yes.
people are going to ask that.
Yes, and all our subcontractors, electrician, plumber, roofer, everyone is licensed and insured.
Well, I think you're going to really have a big time at this because we're going to help you as much as we can. But I believe that you've now gotten into something really important because we have so many people who are downsizing now and they're just living in an apartment and they need to have someone to come in, put up some, pictures or maybe paint or floor tile. This is very exciting for you. And of all the things that you could have gotten into, this is probably something that you'll be very successful at because you're a good manager.
Thank you.
And people will like you. And we have to get you out there.
Thank you.
With that pretty smile of yours.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so now let's just get down into the nitty gritty. Do you charge by the hour? How do you manage this?
We charge by the project. So depending on the project itself. We may charge by the hour again, depending on what it is. If we're going into your house to take everything out and put everything back in, we wouldn't dare charge by the hour.
No, of course
because
not.
that would be too much. So in that case, then we would, try to keep it to a project cost. And we always talk to our clients about what their budget is, time frame. We pass all material savings directly to our clients. We will send them to where we get our material from. We're not trying to profit from there. We pretty much are just trying to build relationships because most of our clients call us back. So we're looking to build relationships and get referrals, become the person to call if anyone needs anything, really.
Yeah, it's really going to be, I just know it'll be successful because you're a person that sticks with something. That's the other thing that some people have these ideas, but I know that this is your company now and you're excited about it, aren't you?
I am.
When did you actually get it started?
We completed our first project in March of 2017, our first big project in March of 2017. And initially we were getting phone calls, but people were, thinking that we were a service like Home Advisor or some of the other ones out there, but we aren't. When you call, you will get to meet me. I come out, I look at the project, I go over the budget with the homeowner, I see the project through from start to finish. I don't just refer you to a contractor and then you're on your own. I see the project through from start to finish. If pricing is an issue, I negotiate pricing on our client's behalf. And, so.
And so if someone wants to do something really major, let's say they want to build another room on their home. Is this something you would tackle?
Yes, we do have a general contractor on our team, a couple actually, so that I can, I can compete. So we do have a few, and yes, we can do everything from start to finish. We'll pull all the permits. We'll, make sure that everything is done to code, and that the customer is satisfied ultimately.
It's really important. It's funny. I live in a condo, and I was going up to my apartment, and in walked, though, a couple, and they had paint cans. And I said, "Oh, you're going to be doing some painting, huh?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "I told him to call a painter." "I can do it," he said. I was listening to this conversation. I said, "Well," and thinking about you ahead of time, I said, "Well, if you get in trouble, let me know because I know of a painter."
Yes. Yes, we think we can do it on our own, but sometimes when we start, there are things that we don't expect to see, and then we get stuck. So yes, it's best to call a professional.
Yeah, I think so in the long run. But I guess maybe there's some, I'm not going to say there are men like this, but he was going to paint whatever he's going to paint there, but she wasn't so sure. But that's okay. The other thing, I don't know if this will be something, will you help people move?
Yes.
Oh, we got to talk about this.
Yes, we also will help you move, and we have two services for that. We can either provide the labor for packing and, hauling, or we can just provide labor for packing and loading. So some people have their moving company already selected, and they just need help with packing and loading up.
But let's say they don't. Let's say they don't have anything, and they say, "I have to move. What can you do for me?" What would you do?
Everything. We can go in, we can pack. We also have a cleaning service, and the The ladies who run the cleaning service are very good at packing. They know exactly how to put those glasses in a box so that everything fits. They're really good at the packing portion of it. And then we have muscle power. We have our loaders, and they will load the truck, unload it if it's going to storage, or unload it and put your things back in place if you're moving from, one home to another.
I think you may find that you're going to have people calling you about this. So maybe what we have to do in your advertising is cite a lot of these things in your ad to say, because, it's a wonderful title, a wonderful name, but people need to know, well, can I get this? Because moving could be a very big thing for you.
We have a lot of people who are moving from out of state, and we even help them just to unload. So, yeah, moving
is big, right?
It's big. Mm-hmm. It's big.
Well, the one thing that's amazing to me is that someone with all your talent figures out this. How did this all come about?
Well,
you could have done a lot of things.
I know. I know, from real estate to this.
Right.
But I have a real estate, an investment property. And the city, when we bought it, we didn't do the proper research. And I will advise everyone now, make sure you get title insurance. But there were some things that were left open with the building department from the previous owner that I had to rectify. Electrical work, air conditioning, a new AC unit had been put in, wasn't permitted, things like that. So that's how I got started, really, just from my own need, from needing those services and realizing how frustrating a process it can be if you don't have an agent or a broker or, that one person like myself to call.
So you said, hey, I could do this.
Yes.
Maybe I could start a company doing this,
Yes.
right? The
Exactly
big thing will
that.
be able to get the information out there. That's always the killer.
Yes.
To say, okay, I'm now here and people need to call me. So that'll be something hopefully we can help you do.
Definitely.
Because I love the company, there is a need. And that's always what a lot of companies get started and maybe there's a need, but but this one with you, it's like, okay, I was thinking about things already. If we can't do this, well, can you come over and can you help us do this? And so let me give your phone number again. I think that's really important. And it's 954 300 2427. Again, 954 300 2427. And you are going to be at the expo, the Boomer Expo.
Yes, we will
coming
be at
up,
the
and
expo.
you can meet AYIESHA right full forward, and you will just love her. So we're so
Lots of
excited about
giveaways.
that. Right, coming up. It's Tuesday, January the 16th, and you will be there. So thank you, AYIESHA. It was wonderful
Thank
having
you
you
for
here
having
today.
me.
Yeah.